miał problem. I nie wiem.
Problem.
Nie wiem, puściłem.
Kurwa, jakoś tu się dało otworzyć tak, żeby było na pół ekranu. O, właśnie. I otwórz drugą kartę. Drugie pół ekranu.
Będziesz miał multistream.
Będę miał multistream.
Patrz, będzie...
Ja zasadniczo zastanawiam się, co się u Mateusza w międzyczasie dzieje. Ty też działasz przez Twitcha, mam nadzieję.
Nie.
Oj, podeślij linka.
Nie mam.
Da, fuck. To jak cię tu odnaleźć teraz? Jak ty nie streamujesz przez Twitcha?
Cichego się pytaj. Naprawdę.
W co ty streamujesz?
Google.
No,
Ja przez Google.
dobra, to muszę poczekać, aż się cichy pojawi. No, w końcu żeś sobie do 40 kok dobił.
Ja.
A, fortuny już mam w ogóle.
Co masz?
Fortunę. W sensie prowincję taką.
Ty masz 103, ty masz 63, ale ty dalej kurwa manpowera masz. Powinno dać radę. Zobaczymy. Ty masz 26 statków, ty nie masz statków. A ty będziesz miał jeszcze rebelię za... zrób zapis.
Ej, znowu dostałem od kogoś kasę. Po prostu mi wysłałem kurwa kasy, zajebiście. Już.
Declare var. Okay. Tu nie ma strajka. O. Idziemy zdobyć nowe slave'y.
Gram się ścięła. Dlaczego gra Tomek?
Żyje?
Zapauzuj.
Zapauzowałem.
Może mi się teguje? Prawdopodobnie nie, ale dobrze.
I...
I nic.
Żyjesz, nie żyjesz?
Słyszę jak klikam, ale kurde... Tak nic nie widzę. Dobra, reset gry.
Dobra. I to w sumie na razie i tak przerwa w takim razie. I będę za... nie jestem pewien do końca. Dobra, ja znikam. Na razie.
Narka. Nie wiem co robić.
A co, on jeszcze nie wrócił, jak Martek pojechał? Śpisz? Wiesz tą kamerkę dzisiaj czołem?
Ja się patrzę.
Może być?
Jestem.
Mhm.
Co Tomek nie podesłał save'a?
Nope.
Ha ha ha.
Ty, Mateusz, też instalowałeś tego Imperatora z EGG?
Te...
Możesz sprawdzić, czy ten patch działa.
A gdzie on jest?
Na medze.
Mega. A jak nie zadziała? Co? Cicho. Cicho. Cicho.
Welcome to r/entitled parents, where an entitled mommy demands that people make the Holocaust more child-friendly. So, I'm from Germany, and we have some NS museums in different places to remind us of the horror and inform visitors of what happened in the specific area of Germany we're visiting. I was visiting one when I heard a child, not a baby who didn't know better, but a toddler, sounded genuinely upset. Enter entitled mom. I hear her loudly complain about a video and how this isn't child-friendly at all. Now, first of all, in these museums, it's effing quiet. Second of all, they are not supposed to be child-friendly. They show raw, horrible pictures that show a brutal truth, and most adults are left speechless. It can turn your stomach sometimes. The employee said, "I'm really sorry it upset her. This museum is suggested for ages 14 and up." How is she supposed to learn? Now, the kid was 3 max. You can maybe talk to them about it, but these museums are clearly not for kids. It even says so on the website. Now, I'm already invested in this when mom goes on about how they should have censored that. I turn around to see what they're talking about, and my heart sinks. It's a video of piles of dead, starved, naked bodies they found in concentration camps. It's a horrifying thing to look at. And this lady complained about some genitalia being shown. I'm pretty sure the kid was crying about the overall visual and not some dicks. The employee looks shocked, and she has clearly never heard that complaint before. She confusedly offered to refund their tickets, and the lady angrily agreed. Some people, clearly, what the Holocaust Museum should have done is gone back and put smiley face emojis over all of the sad, dying prisoners to make it more child-friendly. 5 years ago, my husband and I bought a house. We've been saving for years for the down payment, and the stars must have aligned for us to get it. Everything worked out perfectly. The house was a major fixer-upper, but it had land, and we were happy with that. Turns out, brother-in-law had looked at the house when it was listed as well. They decided it was too much work to fix up and not worth it. They wanted major upgrades too, whereas my husband and I are very simple people. We don't need granite countertops or a soaking tub or hardwood grill. Met up with the family recently, and the brother-in-law was talking about how cramped their condo has become with 2 kids now. Brother-in-law decided this was the time to tell us that we should trade houses. I kid you not. Brother-in-law is very, very entitled. Brother-in-law proceeded to argue that we are only 2 people and their family is willing to use the space. Literally suggested that we give ours to him and buy out his condo. I laughed. I knew he was serious, but I couldn't help but laugh. I'd never in my life imagined someone could be so freaking entitled that they demand someone give up their home for the sake of another family. Are you kidding me? Brother-in-law then got mad at me for not even considering it and began justifying all the reasons his family needed our house more. Oh, you think this would be the worst part, right? Nope, it gets better. We never finished the basement, so there was only 1 bathroom in the house. Brother-in-law informed me that if we were to trade houses, that we would need to make some major upgrades first, because he wouldn't have time to be able to make any renovations. He was somehow inexplicably certain that I would see the logic in his plan and just trade houses with them, because they needed the extra space so much more. And now, my brother-in-law isn't talking to me because I laughed through the whole thing and wouldn't take him seriously. Win-win. Go ahead. Punish me by not talking to me. At least then, you'll stop trying to be the bad guy because I have spare rooms.
Tylko? Kurde, liczyłem na więcej, no.
No, Trojana nie zupdate'owali, to nie mogłem rzucić.
Because I wouldn't buy out your condo at market value while giving you ours out of the goodness of our hearts. Last I know, he was now trying to tell my father-in-law to retire and move to the city so that they could have the farm. Joke's on him. Father-in-law already talked about it and has left the farm to me and my husband in his will. Because we actually farm and brother-in-law thinks it's too much work. I always thought the internet exaggerated that people like this exist. I thought situations like this couldn't possibly be real. What the heck are these people thinking? On that note, this YouTube channel has become way too much work, and I'd like to trade with a smaller YouTuber. So let me know if you've got under 1,000 subscribers. I'll give you this channel, and in exchange, I'll buy your channel for $100,000. Let me know if you're interested. Some context backstory. I still live in my parents' house since my university is really close, so I don't need to get myself. The story happened about a year ago. On a beautiful Sunday morning, I got woken up by my mother telling me that she has invited my aunt with her kids for lunch. Now, to be honest, I never liked that particular aunt that much, but what can you do? So, about 2 hours later, the family come over. We have our lunch, and afterwards we sit around in the living room.
Ja Imperator Roma.
At some point,
Streamuję.
just from the corner of my eye, one of my aunt's kids go into my room. Now, I had my computer open, and I was a bit afraid that he might do something to it, so I followed him. Now, that kid was about 8 at the time, and he should in no way be allowed to play violent video games. And me, being an avid gamer, most, if not all, of the games I had installed were rated as PEGI 18, meaning they were to be played by people over 18. The conversation went like this. Do you have any games?
No, już
I
zdupnie.
do, but they are not for you. These are grown-up games. But I want to play! I'm sorry, but you cannot. At this point, the kid runs out of the room and to his mom. OP does not let me play games. The entitled mother says to me, come on, let him play some games. He has nothing else to do. The games that I have in my computer are not for his age. They are violent and disturbing. But my little boy wants to play. Can't you let him play? I'm sorry, but these games are not for your child. Excuse me. We are guests, and you have to do what we say. Just let him play. At this point, I've gotten really angry, and in hindsight, I should have just opened a Flash Games website and let him play. But this computer was my most prized possession, having built it myself with mostly my own money. and I would not let an 8-year-old play freely with it because I was afraid that he could damage it. Also, my malicious compliance side came out at that moment, so I did not pass the chance for some good old malicious compliance. I say okay to both mom and child and take the kid with me. I open Outlast. For those who don't know, Outlast is a horror game with many disturbing images and scary scenes, especially for an 8-year-old child, and let him play. Not even 5 minutes in, I hear a scream from my room, and I hear an entitled kid run crying to his mother. What the heck
So?
did you make him
Czym ty
play?
grasz?
What's wrong with you? I told you before, my games
Tym
are
czymś.
not for young children, they're for adults. But you wouldn't listen. The mom straight up picked up her children, one still crying, and left the house. After I told my mom exactly what I did, she burst out laughing. Learn to listen to people when they warn you. Let me start by saying I'm 36 weeks pregnant, and it's very obvious I'm pregnant. I'm huge, massive, uncomfortable, tired, and grumpy. I am currently at my local chain coffee shop, sitting now with my effing cup of coffee that had to be remade because some random grandmother decided that as I'm pregnant, I shouldn't be allowed to have caffeine. Full story. I ordered the coffee, just a grande cold brew, nothing crazy. And I'm standing at the end of the counter
Podeślij mi
waiting.
streama
The
do
barista called
Mateusza,
my name
linka
over
do
the
streama
phone. I go to
Mateusza.
take it. This grandma says, "You can't have that." I didn't know she was
To
talking to
później
me,
sobie
so
wejdę,
I
a na razie wejdę sobie na terrarię, na poczekalnię.
that. You're pregnant. It's one cup. It's fine. No, you can't have it. You're not allowed. She takes the cup from my hand and drops it full into the trash next to the counter. You cannot be serious. It's fine. My doctor even says it's fine. I looked at the barista who was just standing there, mouth agape. She lets me know she'll make me another. Please, leave me alone. I'm tired and want my coffee. I get 1 cup a day. This is it. Please go away. The grandmother, banshee screaming at this point. No, you can't have it. You're pregnant. It will make you have the baby now. You can't do it. I won't let my daughter do it either. But she drinks it anyway, and if I can't save her, I'll save you instead. I don't think she breathed during this at all. Also, what? Save me? Me looking around for help because I'm not good at confrontation, and she's making me panic. Please stop. Looking at barista, pleading for help with my every thought. I'll just take that directly when you're done. The barista hands me my cup directly, and this insane woman goes to take it from me again. So I yelled for her to stop trying to come near me. I literally, loudly, and even now have a bit of a shake from doing it, shouted, "Please leave me alone. You're making me uncomfortable and I don't want you this close." She stopped, did this fish mouth gaping thing, went, "Fine," and left. The barista gave me a drink coupon and apologized for the stress. But goodness, how can someone think that's okay? So a pregnant lady drinking coffee is unthinkable, but harassing and stealing from a pregnant lady is perfectly fine. So after all this time reading these stories and saying to myself, this can't be real. It actually happened to me today. Background, I'm a high school culinary arts teacher. Rewind to Friday. The following exchange happens in my 3rd hour class. The student says, "Miss, why are you giving me an F?" "Because you turned in 3 out of 27 assignments." "But miss, I got a game this weekend and now you made me ineligible." "Sorry to hear that. Maybe turn in some work? Can't I just go wash some dishes or something?" "No." Kid stomps off. Now, that is a common exchange for a teacher during sports season. I thought nothing of it. Until this morning. I checked my email and saw this subject. "Concern about entitled kid's grade." The original email was nice enough. Why is entitled kid failing, etc. So I emailed back entitled parent with the same response I gave entitled kid. And then stuff got real. I received a series of emails from entitled parent. Basically, "How dare you? Don't you know who he is? The basketball team needs him. Change his grade right now." I emailed back, "No, I can set a meeting with coach and principal if you like. No, you're just the cooking teacher. Do as you're told. Change his grade now. It's not like he will ever need the stuff you teach anyway. Sorry, I'll help him after school with his work if you'd like, but I'm not changing his grade for no reason. Listen, change his grade now, or we will tell everyone you've been trying to sexually assault him. It was at this point that she must have realized her truly epic mistake. This was my school email, and all of them are archived and can be seen by the public with a simple request. Because before I could even reply to that one, I got this. And just so you know, my husband is a professional hacker for the government, and these emails will all be gone in minutes. Change the grade or else. So, I took my stack of newly printed emails down to the boss just like a few minutes ago. Can't wait to see what happens next. So this was posted about a week ago, and just recently OP added an update. Okay, so I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. After school, I got the expected call from admin to come in for a meeting. Much of this meeting took place without me, but essentially they rounded up Entitled Kid and asked him, point blank, if I'd ever sexually assaulted or harassed him. Entitled Kid said, no, she'd never do anything like that. So then they showed him a copy of his mom's email, and I guess he turned very pale. He said that after he got home, he told his mom he couldn't play in the game. She told him not to worry and that she'd take care of it. Entitled Kid was suspended 2 days and can't play until all missing work is in. Now, as for Entitled Mom, they couldn't get a hold of her, so they called Dad. Dad, not military or government or hacker, is actually a mild-mannered accountant. Dad said Entitled Mom called him from the road and told him she was probably going to be arrested and not to tell anyone where she was. My principal relayed this info all while trying very hard not to laugh. School resource officer asked if I wanted to press charges. I said no. End of story. Not very climactic, but oh well. Hope Entitled Kid gets his mom home soon. Hope Dad gets her some mental health help. Can you imagine sitting at work and you get a call from your stuck up wife who says she's on the road fleeing police because she tried to set up one of your kids' teachers for false sexual harassment? I know we literally just did this in a previous video, but let's get an F in the chat for this poor husband. That was r/entitled parents. In an earlier video, I told people that I would shout out someone who gave the most choosing integrity response in that. And I think I found it. Wow, I can't believe you've done this. That galaxy that you use as your background contains Earth, and as I am a resident of Earth, that background is a photo of me. I will sue you for copyright infringement on my face, but I'll make an exception unless you offer to give me a shout out. Arpita Ratan, please don't sue me. I'm getting enough trouble as it is with demonetization, so I really can't handle your totally legitimate lawsuit. Please accept this shout out as a humble apology.
Przepraszam. Wiesz co, Cichy?
Mhm.
Twoje lenistwo, że nie chciało ci się otaczać gór, żeby dostać się z punktu A do punktu B, jest dla mnie błogosławieństwem.
No cóż, no, nie ma za co.
I tak szczerze powiedziawszy,
Mhm.
tworzenie element, Hearts of Element jest kurwa tak ciężkim bullshitem.
Mhm.
Mam już wszystko, zgadnij czego mi brakuje.
Domyślam się, ale ni chuja nie pamiętam jak się zowie.
Ancient Manipulator.
To źle myślałem.
Źle myślałeś, prawdopodobnie chodziło ci o Rare Sand Element.
No.
No tak, wiem, też się z tym namęczyłem. Cześć chłopaki kultyści, co tam u was? Przykro mi kultyści, ale musicie zginąć. Potrzebuję Ancient Manipulatora. Fucking finally! Kurwa, jestem chodzącym cyrkiem aktualnie,
Czemu?
bo stworzyłem serce elementów.
No, proszę.
I nie da się tego inaczej określić jak chodzący cyrk.
Domyślam się.
Co się stało?
Miałeś kiedyś coś takiego, że ci, jakby to powiedzieć, przez okno padało słońce na plecy, ale tylko pasek tego światła?
Dobra, wiem o co ci chodzi. Chociaż powiem tak, osobiście niestety nie mam okazji tego przeżyć. Chociaż wiem o co ci chodzi, ale ja nie mam szans tego przeżyć. U mnie światło jest tylko na wschodzie, bo za plecami mam solidną ścianę. A za solidną ścianą mam drugą solidną ścianę, bo mieszkanie sąsiadów. Dom sąsiadów w sensie.
No ja niestety mam okno. Tak kurwa, część pleców mam zimną, część ciepłą i raz mi zimno, raz ciepło. Pomijając fakt, że napierdala po oczach.
Ty tak by the way zapraszam na terrarię w razie co. Zostawałem poczekalnię.
Jak się szybko wyrobię, to dobiję.
To chuj, to zdążę zostać najebany przez tego raz. Niom Lorda znaczy się. Swoją drogą, wiedziałeś, że no najtrudniejszy pilar w tej grze jest bardzo prosty sposób?
Czekaj, najtrudniejszy to chyba był ten wojownik.
Mhm.
No, nie ruszać. No, to znaczy inaczej. Siedzieć na ziemi.
No,
No to wiem. To sam ci nawet mówiłem.
nie miałem zielonego pojęcia.
Ostatnim razem jak graliśmy, to sam ci nawet mówiłem, żebyś przestał skakać.
Bardzo możliwe. Mam ochotę coś powiedzieć, ale sobie odpuszczę.
Co dokładnie?
Że serce elementów to jest zebranie waifu. Wszystkie elementale są kobietami.
No cóż.
No dobra, ale kurwa te elementale trochę biją. Muszę przyznać.
No, zawsze były troszkę...
Nie no, stary, biją mniej od mojego aktualnego miniona, tak? Bo biją mniej od mojego aktualnego miniona, ale z drugiej strony mam 5 minionów w cenie jednego slotu na akcesoria.
Muszę urwać.
What's up, everyone? This is r/entitled parents. We have some of the most insane and egotistical parents you could possibly imagine. Now, a lot of these stories are more like full-blown stories than short posts, so they're much longer, but buckle up because you are in for a treat. And if you like this video, definitely hit that subscribe button and like this video as well. I'm a very small YouTuber trying to get established, so I could definitely use your help. So let's get into it. Give my child some of your alcoholic cocktail, you slut. Last year, my boyfriend and I went on a cruise with his family. The cruise ship was on the larger scale and many different sections of activities, one of which was the adult-only zone located on the side of the ship. The adult-only zone included a bar, outdoor showers, and sun chairs. This particular ship allowed full nudity in the adult zone. During the second day of the cruise, my boyfriend and I decided to go sunbathe in the adult-only zone as my boyfriend was a bit annoyed of having parents claim numerous sun chairs that their children weren't even using, placing their tote bags, wet towels, and dirty dishes over 3 to 5 chairs. We order some delicious cocktails and find a quiet spot to read our books. About half hour went past when a young boy came up to our chairs, probably 6 to 7 years old, pointed to my fruity cocktail and started to yell. M is me, BF's boyfriend, C is child, and EP is entitled parent. Yummy drink! I want yummy drink now! I'm sorry, sweetheart, but this is an adult's drink. Maybe you can go ask your mom or dad to get you a nice drink from upstairs. No, I want your yummy drink! My boyfriend is starting to get annoyed by this child as he is disturbing our reading time, and we are in the adult-only zone after all, so he shouldn't have to deal with this. My boyfriend snaps. Listen, kid, you can't be here. Where are your parents? Wah! Starts screaming. Okay, come with me so I can help you find your parents. I hand my drink to my boyfriend, get up and start heading towards the bar while motioning to the kid to follow me. The little boy, however, decided to jump over my sun chair and attempt to grab my cocktail from my boyfriend's hand. My boyfriend dodged the boy and gets up from his chair, now holding both our drinks. The other guests are now looking over at us and am speaking the bartender and for him to call the security as there is a child causing havoc. This is when I feel something hitting my butt cheek. I look down to see this boy using my ass as a punching bag whilst throwing a tantrum. My boyfriend is also watching on in shock and can tell he is starting to get very angry. I lean over the boy. Excuse me, please stop doing that. It is very inappropriate to touch anyone in that area and I don't like it. The boy continues to do this, but now he starts to also tug in my bikini bottom, almost pulling it down. My boyfriend walks over, places our drinks on the bar and grabs the boy's hands, gets down to his level and said, "She told you to stop touching her. You cannot touch people without their permission. Do you understand?" And the kid continues to scream hysterically. The bartender is on the phone asking for security to come over when an elderly couple approach us to remind me that this is a child-free area. Yeah, no kidding. I explain that this is not our child and that he has been harassing us over cocktails. The elderly couple are now also looking around to find this little demon's parents. That's when we spot entitled parent casually walking over towards the bar. "Why are you people harassing my child?" "Excuse you, lady, your child is the one harassing us over alcoholic drinks. This is a child-free zone, by the way." Who cares about child-free zone nonsense? My husband and I sometimes give him a small sip of our cocktails. He just wants a taste. Are you insane? It's alcohol, lady. It's illegal to give him minor alcohol, even if it's a sip. Now EP is stepping much closer to my face and starts screaming, "Don't you fucking dare tell me how to parent. You better step back away from my girlfriend. Your son has been inappropriately touching her and tried to pull her bikini bottom down after being told to stop." The entitled parent looks at my bikini and barks. "Well, maybe it's because your girlfriend looks like a slut in her bikini. Not a good example to be wearing that around children." This is when the bartender and elderly couple step in and tell her that I'm allowed to be fully naked in this area if I wanted, and tell her that she is not setting a good example for her kid by allowing him to be in a place that is inappropriate for children. Security come and politely ask entitled parent and her child to leave, causing her to have the mother of all breakdowns. She threatened to sue the cruise ship for discrimination and also told the security officer that she would make sure he loses his job. Well, security guy wasn't very happy about this and said he was going to call the supervisor to come and deal with her for threatening staff members and harassing other passengers. EP quickly realized that she was about to be in big trouble, grabbed her kid's hand, and practically ran out of the adult-only zone. I don't know what ended up happening after that, but we didn't see her or her devil child for the rest of our trip. This woman isn't just an entitled parent, she's an awful parent and just an all-around awful human. Like, I'm trying to even keep track of all the things she did wrong. She left her kid unattended in an adult nudity zone and gives her kid alcohol. Already, that just makes her a terrible human being. Then she comes to an area that allows nudity and calls someone in a bikini a slut. Anyone in a bikini in a nudity zone is actually dressed conservatively by comparison. And finally, she argues with staff on a cruise ship, which, let me tell you, is just downright stupid. On a cruise ship, the captain has basically total authority to do what he wants. A lot of cruise ships actually have jails where they just put troublemakers or people who get sick and just keep them there for the rest of the cruise until they get back to the mainland. So what she did was incredibly stupid. Two of my closest friends have a 2-year-old daughter that I am pretty close to, enough that I could take the girl on a trip without her parents and she wouldn't have any problems. Right now they have a lot of things to deal with and are very stressed out, so I offered to take their daughter with me and my son to a seasonal theme park so they have one less thing to worry about for a few hours. They are the type of people that are first to show up and last to leave whenever someone needs their help, the kind of people that visit you in the hospital and bring books. So I was thrilled to return the favor. A week later, I gave her a Christmas present just because I wanted to, and she was as grateful as you can expect from a toddler. They are also not who this story is about. Enter other friend. I have never been very close to her, and most of the time we have spent together, she has tried to take advantage of me and occasionally succeeded, so I tend to avoid her. She also has a 8-month-old daughter that I have only met twice. Unfortunately, the two of us live close enough to occasionally run into each other at the grocery store, and the 4 of us have a mutual friend who seems to believe that if she just keeps pushing, we would all be the best of friends. So she tells other friend everything we do. Last week, I ran into other friend at the grocery store. After some awkward small talk, she dove right in. So if you were taking their daughter to the theme park, why didn't you take my daughter? I was baffled and just said, what? My daughter would have liked to go. I don't think she would have been very comfortable going with me since she doesn't even know me. She would have been fine. At that moment, her baby was literally hiding from me because I was pretty much a complete stranger to her. Ah, well, you should bring her next year then. She'll be old enough to go on many of the rides by that point. Other friends seemed to get the hint and sniffed dismissively. Well, when is her Christmas gift going to arrive? It's pretty late. Excuse me? You got their daughter a gift. Am I supposed to believe you got nothing for my daughter? I thought I could turn the tables on her, so I asked her what she got for my son. Why would I get anything for your son? I don't even know him. Right. Okay, nice talking with you. Gotta finish my shopping. Bye. People like this honestly confuse me. She's so entitled that she actually doesn't even realize her own hypocrisy. Like, it doesn't even cross her mind that she did something wrong. In one breath, she demands a present for her kid, but then in her next breath, she says, why would I give a present to someone that she barely knows? The hypocrisy is honestly astonishing. So I've been lurking for a bit and decided to share my entitled parent story. This is gonna be a long one, but it's a pretty good one. When I was 16, I worked at the amusement park in my city. It wasn't a big one, but it wasn't small either. Most of our rides were aimed towards elementary school age children, though we had a few for the older kids as well. Anyways, I was a rides operator, and that day I was assigned to a ride designed for older kids. We had to measure the kids, and they couldn't go on if they were under the height requirements no matter what, even if they had a parent with them, because it was a ride that only had a bar that went across your stomach, so someone too small could easily fall off. Entitled mother and her entitled brat are in line, and I can already tell the kid is going to be too short to ride without even having to measure him.